Hi, today I'm going to take a look at how to direct the flashlight from your flash gun to create something a little different in your images. Rather than just exposing the whole image through your flash, why not try and just fire the flash at a specific area of your image in order to add some sort of interest. With photography, it's all about creativity and coming up with ways of finding new ways of achieving the effect that you're after. And as long as you get the effect you're after in the end, it doesn't matter how you achieved it. So last night I was having a little think, what can I do to make some of my images with my flash a little more interesting? And the idea I came up with was one I came up with when I saw a poster tube lying around in my room. So basically, I had a spare tube and I thought, well, maybe I could come up with something to direct the flash light with this and block light from emitting from the flash across the entire frame. So the idea I came up with was to cut a circular piece of card around for the end of the tube, which is acting as a cap, and then in the middle of that cut another hole and then fit a smaller tube inside it. Now this tube needs to be wide enough for your flash gun to fit in. So I've got my Canon 430 EX2 flash gun that fits inside this tube, and the idea is now that the light from the flash will only come out of the aperture that I've created in the end of this tube. Had no idea whether this would work, whether it would actually be of any benefit to my photography, but I've had a little experiment with it and I reckon we can create some interesting results through experimentation. Now, ideally, you'll have a wireless flash trigger that will make the whole operation a lot easier. However, mine's currently broken, so I'm having to trigger my flash using a wire. So we'll have a look at finding a subject and using this method to see what we can create. What I'll do, I will make a little video which will show how the image would look by using the flash without this and one with it. One little point to make actually, although I haven't done this myself, it is probably a good idea to use a white tube so that there's no coloration of the light because of the colour of the cardboard. The inside of this tube, you probably can't tell, is actually white, so the main tube not a problem, although the end will probably cause some sort of coloration. Anyway, we'll give it a go and see what we can come up with. So here we have the setup for the shot, and what I've got is my Canon 60D pointing on a tripod at these glass balls that I found in the bathroom in a box. They're glass, different colours. I figured it might create an interesting image to try this experiment out with. So there's my flash inside the tube and the end of the tube where the light will come out of. And then what I'll do, I will direct the light at different angles across these glass balls in order to hopefully create a desirable effect. Right, so what I've got is my camera set to a shutter speed of 1/250th, a aperture of f13, so quite small, ISO 100, white balance. For now I've got set to daylight, however I can change this as I'm shooting raw, and the flash I've got set to manual and full power. So what I'm going to do is line up my shot and move the light and point it in various directions across the glass balls within the box to gain different effects. I'm quite pleased with the effect that it's creating. So now I will use the exact same exposure value and I will fire the flash without the tube. Obviously it's a lot brighter. So that just demonstrates the amount of light that is being blocked out. So what I will do now is reduce the amount of flash that I am going to expose. So I'm going to put it down to about 1/16 of the power. And straight away you can see it's exposing the entire shot rather than creating a nice contrast with the light. I hope that this little insight video gave you some ideas and some inspiration. Remember, it's all about experimentation and having fun. And also I'd be interested to see if you come up with anything interesting yourself. So please video response me if you have a go. Send me a message with some links to your photographs. I'll be interested to have a look. Now remember, this method of experimentation in today's tutorial has only cost a few pounds and is little more than manipulating the light emitted from the flash with some cardboard. So it just goes to show that little things can make a big difference to the way an image can be manipulated. Anyway, have fun and hopefully I'll see you again in some future tutorials. Thank you.